Hi there, Mark here from AmericanAeration.com, and in this video I want to do a quick review of the Kasco 3400 JF fountain. So the Kasco 3400 is using a 3/4 horsepower motor. It can be wired to 120 volt is standard. It can also come 240 volt by request. On 120 volt it draws 6.7 amps. And the nice thing about the Kasco JF series is that they include a lot of patterns or spray patterns with the kit, and you'll get 5 with this particular model. It also includes a control panel with a timer, and in terms of the power cable length, which will be the major factor in the actual price of any kind of fountain, the 3400 will work on the standard 120 volt up to 200 foot, and then the 240 volt option has up to 500 foot cables available. This size of fountain using a 3/4 horsepower motor is perfectly suited for a 3/4 acre pond. In fact, Kasco will generally suggest in sizing their fountains to a pond that you want to allow 1 horsepower to 1 acre of pond area or pond surface area, and so this 3400 will work great in a 3/4 acre pond, maybe a little bit slightly less than that and slightly more. As we get closer to the 1 acre mark, we have the 4400 using a 1 horsepower motor, and so we would typically move to that model if we have a pond right around 1 acre in size or a little larger. The 3400 will work down to 17.5 inches of depth. I wouldn't recommend going right to that level, but you've got some pretty shallow depth capability with these fountains. On the 240 volt, the minimum depth suggestion is around 19 inches. Lights are optional on these fountains, as you can see, and they come with a full 2-year warranty. Now, part of the appeal of a fountain, maybe the major appeal, is the spray patterns that they produce. They serve 2 functions, of course, aeration and display. And so we've already talked about the aerating capabilities of these fountains in terms of the pond size. 1 horsepower roughly to 1 acre is what Kasco recommends for good, adequate aeration. But there is also a reference in that sizing to the appearance of the fountain display in the pond. But I want to go over each display, show you what they look like, and also give the dimensions of the actual spray pattern, so you can use that in a way to help gauge what it might look like in your pond. So what we're looking at first is the willow pattern, and the sizing on that is 6.5 feet high and 21 feet wide. The sequoia is more vertical in shape, 13 feet high and 8 feet wide. And then we have the cypress, which is a more diminutive pattern, very good for aerating and creating very small water droplets for penetration into the water. 7 foot high and 17 foot wide is the dimensions on that pattern. The linden would be one of my favorites. It is a multi-tiered pattern and beautiful in display. 9 feet high and 29 feet wide would be the general dimensions of this pattern. And then finally we have the birch, which is again more vertical, a lot of water movement, 7 feet high and 5 feet wide. Also, many people are interested in lighting a fountain once they get it going in a pond, and there is an optional light kit available for the 3400 JF. We do recommend, even though Kasco offers light kits in 3 lights and 6 light arrangements, we suggest that the 3 light kit works best on the 3400. This comes in a multicolored LED display with 9 colors and 3 sequences available, meaning the colors can change upon setup with the controller. White and cool white, which are often very appealing to many people, just for a constant display. Those are both available and included in this LED setup. And then installation is very quick and easy. Kasco made some changes to how these are mounted using a quick connection mechanism, so putting them on a fountain is very easy and quick to do. We really like the LED displays. They are very low on power consumption, they last, and they have a lot of functionality that we didn't used to see. It used to be that when we wanted to change the color of a fountain light, we'd have to put lenses on the lights themselves. You'd have to go out, change those over, and you certainly wouldn't be able to program it or get any kind of color changing display. But that's one of the beautiful benefits of these LED lights today. So Kasco has a full complement of ways to accentuate your fountain once you get it into water. So I do think that the Kasco 3400 JF provides a very good option in the display fountain category. We'll cover more Kasco models as we go along, but if you have a 3/4 acre pond, something around that size, and anything a few feet deep and deeper, this 3400 will work great. If you have any questions on your pond aeration, pond fountains, be sure to get in touch with us at AmericanAeration.com. We'll be happy to help, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are.